friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with CZook Stitch, and today is Saturday, October 15th, 2022. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you so much for spending part of your day or your evening with me. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. Thank you all for your comments. I have not responded to comments from last week's video, but I did read some of them. After my booster and flu shot last Friday, I was knocked out all day Saturday. I got up, I think I did a couple of things around the house, and then I went right back to bed and just slept the rest of the day. It did definitely knock me out. I had, hair. There we go. It's fixed. I had a low-grade fever, a little bit of chills, and just extreme exhaustion, which I had remembered from my other COVID shots that I got really, really exhausted. Didn't have a fever associated with it, but this time I just had a low-grade fever. So I just slept all day Saturday. And Sunday I was really tired, but I had to get some work done for my side class that I am teaching. So I just powered through. And then this week at work has been super busy. I think it maybe has been the busiest week since I've started this job, which is fine. I still love my job. It was just really busy. There was an early morning. I had to go to campus early. There was a couple of late evenings. So there's just a lot happening on campus this past week. But we are through that. Everything went well. It went really... we had a board meeting that I had to lead because I've taken on those additional responsibilities at work. So that went well. And then Friday, it's homecoming and parents weekend this weekend. And so on Friday, it was just a lot of events that our Center for Community and Global Health were involved in. So it was just a lot of talking to people. I have been talking nonstop this week, it feels like. So it is all good. Everything went great, and I am going to film and probably take a nap today. I fell asleep last night, the earliest I think I've fallen asleep since before the pandemic. I think I turned out my light before 11. I used to be a very early riser at my previous job. I used to start work at 6 a.m. This job doesn't start till 9. I mean, I'm usually there by 8:30, but you know, there's no point in being there by 6 a.m. So I have kind of switched to being more of a late night person, which means I sleep in a little bit more. But this morning it was so nice because I got up at like 7:15, and I had my whole morning and my coffee, and it was really nice because I do enjoy the quiet of the mornings. But anyway, that is what has been going on here. I haven't, well, like I said, I haven't gotten to all the comments from last week's video. It's just been an insane week. I do have some FFOs, if you believe that I want to show you. I forgot to show them last week because I FFO'd them the previous weekend, so 2 weekends ago now. And I just set them up because they're Halloween pieces, and I just completely forgot. So the finishing is not great. I'm going to fix the finishing. So just so you know. But first up this is a little piece. It is called Downdraft. It's not centered quite right in there, so I want to take it out and recenter it so it's a little better centered. This the designer is Turquoise Graphics and Designs, and this is in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2020 issue. And there's beads, as you can see. This is such a quick stitch. I finished it in one day. It took me 3 hours to do, including the beading. It's so fast. I stitched this on 28 count Country French Latte. And I got the frame. In the picture, they show a really chunky frame, and I really liked how it looked. So I wanted to do that as well. And I got this frame, I think, off of Etsy. I think it's a 4x4 opening. So I got that. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I want to, sorry, the backing is coming off. I want to recenter it so that it's a little bit better because that bothers me. You can tell, like there's more space on this side. But otherwise, I like it. I think the frame is really great. So I FFO'd that one that has been finished since October 10th, 2020. I just haven't FFO'd it because that was when my house was on the market and everything kind of went into storage. The other one that I FFO'd is called Happy Halloween. Again, this is also from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2020 issue. This is designed by Stitchy Fish Designs. I stitched this on a pumpkin linen 32 count. And it took me 11 hours in total to stitch it. And again, I got this frame off of Etsy, I believe. And this one I'm pretty happy with the finishing on. It looks a little funny because of this empty space up here. So I might get like a spider or a bat or something, or beads or something to put up there. My problem with this one is when I went to FFO it, I've lost the backing to the frame. It was there 2 weekends ago when I took it off to go to frame this piece, and now I can't find it. It's somewhere in my craft room, I'm sure, but I can't find it. So it's just sitting there like this. It's fine. It's somewhere in this house. I just don't know where it is. So this is Happy Halloween, and I think these are really cute little Halloween pieces. Yeah, so I like this. So I meant to show you those last week, but I just forgot. So those are my FFOs. I'm trying to think of a safe place to put these. Okay, so those were I know I don't FFO things very often, so that's super fun. All right, whips for the week. So I worked on my floral pumpkin, which is my Mill Hill kit that I bought when Robin was here visiting. It's a buttons and beads kit. This is what it will look like. Super cute. I love it. I changed the fabric. This is the Mill Hill kit fabric. Didn't come with this piece. This piece actually came with perforated paper, and I didn't want to stitch on perforated paper. So Robin got a Mill Hill kit that had this fabric, this chocolate Aida in it, which I thought was be a really pretty. You can see it is really pretty, but it's really bad Aida. Like it ripped up my threads, and it was really difficult to see the holes for some reason. It's 14 count Aida, and I just struggled with it, and it was not enjoyable. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start it over on different fabric. So I have like a yard of 28 count Dove Gray in my stash. I bought it, I don't know, a couple of years ago from Rita Areens online. She sells fabric by the yard. And so I thought, this 28 count Dove Gray, it kind of looks a little blue. So that is what I am stitching it on. And it's 28 count, so the bead should fit fine. So I got the border done. This is my 25/7 project. So I work on it 25 minutes most days. And I got the border done, and then I started on these little corners. So the border matched up. So I'm excited that now I can kind of work in the interior. So this is kind of 25 minutes a day. Got me the border done. I didn't stitch every day this week. I think there were 2 or 3 days that I didn't get to stitch just because of my work schedule. So there we go. So this is much more fun to work on. I'm enjoying it a lot more, and I want to work on it rather than the other fabric. And I did figure out my DMCs. My DMCs are all, I think, correct. I pulled out my DMC thread book because if you're not familiar or if you're new, I struggled with, so the Mill Hill kits gives you all the floss, but they don't, you have to separate and organize it yourself. And sometimes it's really hard to tell, especially with this one has a lot of the same shades of like oranges, for example, because there's pumpkins in it. So I pulled out my DMC book, and that helped tremendously. And so I think I'm all squared away and all correct and everything. So that's good. I also stitched on Glory to the Newborn King. This was for a magazine monthly challenge Facebook group that I co-run with my good friend Robin. And every month we have a theme piece and a acrostic. And you set your own goals. You come up with your own pieces. We try to have them be from magazines, but not all of them are. For me, I try to have the theme piece be from a magazine. It doesn't always work, and I need to be better about that moving forward, especially into next year. I think we're going to try to have a little more focus on magazines. Not entirely. You are still welcome to come. Anyway, Glory to the Newborn King so this month's theme is Choose Your Own Holiday. My holiday is Christmas. And the acrostic is festive. And I worked on Glory for the Newborn King for Stony Creek, because it's from the autumn 2020 issue of Stony Creek. And I can stop talking about it and show you the chart, or not the chart, the finish. This is what it will look like. It's Glory to the Newborn King, and it says Glory to the Newborn King, with hopes and fears of all the years I met in thee tonight. My mom used to sing this a lot. So I am way up here at the top. It's not like it doesn't necessarily take a long time to stitch. I think I just haven't worked on it a whole lot. So this is stitched on a 32, 28 count. Let's see. 28 count R&R creme brulee. Actually, Robin gave me this fabric a long time ago that she found it at Goodwill and just kind of shared the wealth. And it fits perfectly on this piece. So this piece is like a long, narrow piece. I'm sure it won't take up the whole piece. But this is where I'm at. So I finished the back stitching in here. There are beads that will be put on at the end all over this piece. I finished this motif over here, and I started on, so it's like a same motif over here. So I got that motif maybe halfway done, it looks like. So some progress. That's good. I think this one is going away for the year. Let me check real quick. It is not. No, it's going to come out yet this year. I have 2 more stitching days, 6 more hours to work on it for this year to meet my goal. So hopefully I can get this motif done and maybe even start down here. So that will be good. This one has kind of been one that's been lingering a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. I enjoy it. It's a nice one to stitch on. Again, this is what it will look like. So you can see there's beads all over here. There's beads that make up the berries, holly berries. I am back stitching as I go because there's a lot of back stitching in this one. Stony Creek is known for their to have a lot of back stitching. So I'm going to do back stitching as I go for this one. Okay, next up, and this is really the last piece I worked on this week, is Christmas at Hawk Hollow, which is my one of my Whip Go draws for this month. I should have taken that out of the bag before I started. This is what it will look like when it's done. Here is maybe a bit bigger picture. I am on block 2. Right here. So I finished up this row. I finished up this house. I started on this house and I finished that peacock. So my Whip Go, I do 12 hours on each piece called. So this is where we're at. So like I said, I finished, so this peacock had to be stitched this week, and then I filled in all the snow. Then I went up here and finished this house, and then I did this peacock up here, and then I started on the big center house. So I got a lot done in 12 hours, I feel like. This is really fun to work. This one, there's a lot to it. I mean, it's not entirely full coverage, but almost. But it goes pretty nice and fast because this is like block stitching pretty much. And down here, like this is kind of the trickiest part just because there's a lot of counting. I like to do my lighter colors first, especially if there's a darker color, so the darker color doesn't pull through and get mixed up with the lighter color. So I would do all the snow first and then go back in and do the peacock. And so there's just a lot of counting involved there, but like this house went pretty fast. This is going pretty fast. And then there's another house on this side, another peacock, and some stuff up here. So this is going to come out. It's still on the Q-Stat, even though I'm done with it for the month, because it's going to come out. It is on my Whitco board 2 more times, I believe, which means it'll come out in November and December, or both November, both December, something like that. So we're going to see it. I mean, it's going to get 24 more hours. I think for sure I'll be able to finish that block, maybe even start on the next block. But here's, just because we're getting near the end of the year here, this is my Whipco board. So Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow gave me another bingo diagonally right there. So that's good. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4 bingos. So I'm happy about that. And then the other call, which I'll work on later this month, is Death by Cross Stitch right here. And that will give me another number 5 and then number 6 across. So that's good. And you could see what's left to be called Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, Summer Quakers, and another Death by Cross Stitch. So that is where we are at. So that's all the stitching I got done. I was going to try to work on trimming the tree by Bendy Stitchy. I did not get to it this week because it was just too busy. All right, I have a little bit of haul. So first up, I am in this stocking ornament club through Crazy Annie's. So we got number 10, which is 10 Lords of Leaping. I got it with the fabric. She has come out with some of her new groups or new clubs for 2023. I have signed up for, there's a Tiny Modernist. Well, I should be getting it starting in November, I believe. It's like a November through October club, I think. It's like a really cute Christmas piece, and they send you the chart. Well, I got the fabric. I ordered the fabric, and they will send me the chart each month, 1 chart each month. So that'll be fun. So that'll be something to look forward to. I ordered some more needle minders. I ordered these at the same time as the ones I saw ordered last week or showed you last week. And they came in the mail this week. And it's through Mad for Minders, madforminders.com. I think I ordered off of Etsy, but I should use their website. So there's the card. And these are the needle minders I got. So I really got the hot air balloon because I finished Carolyn's balloons, but I never had a hot air balloon needle minder, which is illegal, I'm pretty sure. I got this one. I thought this was really cute for Cardinal Cottage that I'm working on, so I'm going to put that on there. This one I just couldn't resist because it's super sweet. And this one just reminds me of Acorns and Threads. So I got that, and I'm doing a lot of fall pieces this year. So I got that one. So those are great. And again, I like these, like I said last week, with stitchingly alongs. These are they're all flat. They're on like wood. And so they're flat and they're lightweight. So I really like those. Those work really well for me stitching. And then the other thing I got, I got this package. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year on that side. This is my Mystic Meadow. Oh my goodness. Everything's falling. Okay. So Jan Hicks, the Jan Hicks Creates, and Mystic Meadow Creation teamed up. And they did this last year, and I ordered it as well last year. And I got it again this year because I love it. So Jan designed a pattern called Jingle Bells. And I will try to remember to put a picture in here of Jingle Bells and what it will look like. And then Maria from Mystic Meadow Creations put together a project bag and some other goodies that I want to show you. There are still some left. So I just checked right before I started filming. So I will link them down below. It's through Maria's website, Mystic Meadows. Not Mystic Meadows. Don't type in Mystic Meadows because it takes you to a retirement home. And then every time you type in Mystic Meadows, it thinks that you want to go to the retirement home. It looks like a lovely retirement home. Anyway, it's Mystic Meadow Creations is what you want to look for. So you saw the chart, which I love the chart. I think it's super cute. So here is the project bag that you get that Maria made. Super cute. And then the inside is like a tone-on-tone swirly. Can you see the tone-on-tone? There, kind of. You can see it a little bit. So really, really cute. You also get a thread bed. Look at that pretty fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? And then it opens up and there's your thread bed, which I like. I'm scared to use these though because my thread beds just immediately get covered in black cat hair. So I try to keep them nice and clean as long as I possibly can, but I do really like them. So that's really pretty. So you get that. And then you get, so this, it came in this little baggie, really cute snowflake bag, which I just took out to show you. So you get a bunch of floss drop cards. Aren't they pretty? She didn't punch the bottom, so the top have a hole, but the bottom didn't because different people like to use them differently, and some people might want to use these more as bobbins rather than floss drops. So if you want to use these, you can punch them on the bottom yourself, any size hole you want, which is nice, and then on the back, thread and color. So those are really cute. And then along with that, you get your ring and this really cute floss drop, what do you call this? Charm? Floss drop charm, maybe? It's really cute. I really love that. And it kind of goes along with the pattern. And then it has these additional charms. So bells. Your bead color will be different. Mine is blue, which is my favorite color. So super cute. So you get this. Okay. I'm going to put these back in here so I don't mess it up. And then you get, but wait, there's more. You get this project sticker, which is great, that you can fill out your information and stick it on the back of the frame to, it's called Silver Bells. Jingle Bells? I can't remember. Anyway, so that is super cute to go on the back of the frame. Really, really thoughtful. And then you get some zipper pull and like scissor fob. And this is a needle minder. Again, it looks similar to the houses in the chart. And then you get a winter spice tea that comes with it. Super fun. And this whole thing was really nicely packed up, but of course I ripped into it. And so this was all, it was all nicely, it was like a present, and it was wrapped up in tissue paper, and this was on it, really cute. So you could use that also as like a floss drop. And of course you get your candy cane. And then, so you get all that. So that's what you pay for, along with the PDF of the chart. The chart is a PDF. And so you get the price is $75 for all of that. And then you can add on the fabric separately if you want to. And then you can add on the threads separately if you want to. I didn't order the fabric because I figure I have plenty here that I can probably find something that will work. But I did order the floss pack, the thread pack. Look at that. Look at those colors. Aren't they so pretty? So I have that. So I just have to pick fabric and it's pretty much ready to go. So I'm excited about that. So that will be super fun. So that's all my haul. I knew that one was coming. Like I had planned for it because they kind of did a little sneak peek, and I knew that was something I was going to buy. And I also bought the Garon Halloween box. So that's good. Okay, let's do giveaways. Let's do some giveaways because now, like, this week was like kind of the last. I mean, it's still going to be busy because the semester's in session, but it's going to be, we have one more like big event in mid-November. But like the hard part in terms of like events, that side of my job is done. We just have one more event, but we have a student doing a lot of that work, and I'm just kind of managing it. But anyway, so let's get back to giveaways. So first up, I want to give away, this is a Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. It's called Holiday Workshop, and it's an heirloom stocking. So this is what it will look like. Super cute. So much going on in there. So you get the chart for this stocking, and then there's a second stocking, which I will try to show you without. And then you also get the chart for this stocking, and you get this Santa, which you pull down and he jiggles. So the chart is there, or what he will look like. So, wait, what do you get? Yeah, so you get the chart for both of those. So, again, this is open worldwide. So if you want to be entered to win, and please don't say enter or win or giveaway or anything like that, or free. The keyword for this one is stocking. Just stocking. Pretty easy and straightforward. This next one, I really like this one too. It's called Christmas Blessings. It's a David and Charles cross-stitch collection book. So it's a whole book. So you get several different charts, and I will try to find a good page of all the charts you get. Of Christmas charts. So you get a treat bag. I really like this scene. I really like this one too. Winter's Tale. So that one, so this one, it says, I have to find it because I can't see what it says. My eyes aren't what they used to be. A Gaelic blessing. I can't read it because it's in Gaelic. I feel a little better about my eyes. It's a Gaelic blessing. And so I don't know what it says. But if you don't speak Gaelic, you could change that to anything you want. Or you could just stitch the scene and move down the border. You know what I mean? If you wanted to. Anyway, so for this book, say blessing. Just singular, blessing. And then this next one I picked up at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit on the freebie table. This is by Heart and Hand, and it's called Boom Boom, which is super cute. Cute little snowman with his flower and his bird. It says it comes with buttons. So the buttons go on his tummy, where buttons for snowmen usually go. The buttons are not in here. They have been used. So you will need to find your own buttons. But the chart is still good, right? So if you want to be entered to win this one, say boom. B-O-O-M. Boom. All right, so those will be our giveaways for this week, and I'll draw next Saturday when I film. All right. Let's talk plans. This is going to be a pretty short video, relatively speaking. Okay, I'm going to do a new start tonight, which I forgot to pull for you. It is Jan Hicks' sampler, I know, another sampler, called Antonia. I'm starting that with my friend Andrea. So I'm super excited to start that. I have the Vicki Clayton silks. I am doing the Bright version, and I think I'm going to be stitching it on vintage smoky white. I am concerned about one of the thread colors maybe not showing up, but I'll just have to see. It's in the border mostly, I think, so I'll just have to see how that goes. But I'm going to start on that tonight. I'm going to give that 3 nights to give it a good, healthy start, as my friend Andrea would say. Next, I am going to work on Autumn Quakers. So we're pushing for a finish now. We're in October. There's no more messing around. I am down here on page 7. So we take a look at it. I am using the called for Valdani threads. So here's where we're at. Oh, and I have to go back up and put in the date. Don't let me forget to do that when I say I finished it. Check to see if there's a date up there. So I'm right down there, right at the start of page 7, but we're getting there. So I'm going to give this 12 hours this week, so 4 days of work. How does that work? 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. So I'm also going to work on Cat Alphabet is coming out for 1 night of work, which is 8. I don't know. I don't know how math works. Anyway, this is a Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Irina Garmashova. And so this is what I'm working on. You've seen this several times this year. And of course, I'm still up here in the very first block. This is Cat Alphabet. I have learned through much trial and error that my fabric of choice for full coverage pieces like Hades is 18 count Aida. Now I'm doing the pain-free craft, the seasonal montages on a 32 count even weave, which I also like. But for a piece those are much smaller overall pieces. They're still full coverage, but they're much smaller. This would be way too, I think, very expensive for an even weave. But this is where I'm at. Super cute. So I'm going to continue across here. I'd like to focus on one block at a time if I am able to tell where one block stops and the next block starts. So, so this will just get 3 hours this week as well. And then I will continue doing my 25/7 on Floral Pumpkin, the Mill Hill kit, to move that forward. All right. I think that's all I have to share with you today. I hope everyone is doing well, staying healthy and happy. Next week is 24 hours of cross stitch next weekend. So I plan to participate. I, once again, will try to get 18 hours in. I can't do 24. I think I did 24 one time. And it was a bit overwhelming for me. Because I also have to prep. Weekends is when I prep for my side class that I'm teaching. So I'm going to try to work really, really hard in the evenings during the week after my main job to get as much of that done so I can spend my time stitching next weekend. So we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed for me. And I think that's everything. All right. I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.